Let's see where we are over here. Okay, so we are now live. And so this is so exciting. This is one of my favorite parts of my week where I get to come on from the heart of the home and do a Facebook Live where I get to interview and help support local businesses. Sometimes I do a cooking demonstration or I'll talk about market review or real estate tips. But it is one of my favorite parts of the week. And last week I had interviewed another Lisa Dehenny, and she is with Create Calm, and she has a wonderful nonprofit program that helps the youth and getting the mindfulness and yoga practice into schools. So that was so much fun. I was so grateful to be introduced to her, and I am so thrilled this week to have you meet Lisa Hall, who is a friend of mine. And I'm just trying to think how long we've known each other, but I think it's about maybe 2012, if I remember correctly, that you opened your.
Before then, it was like 2009.
Was it really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That you opened up your salon in Purcellville?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. That time does fly, right?
Yeah,
for sure. And so Lisa Hall, as I mentioned earlier on my post, she owns a wonderful business. It's called The Wedding Niche, and she's going to tell you about it. She's going to tell us a little bit of her story, what the business is and what she does and how she serves her clients. And she also recently purchased this year a beautiful home where she has a wedding venue, and it's a historic home. It's called Keep Tryst. It's a very, very special place. It's right over the river into Maryland, and it has a barn, it has a spring house, and it has a fire pit and a beautiful place for a wedding ceremony. And she will be telling us all of what she offers. So Lisa, and I have to say, out of anyone I've ever met, Lisa's one of the best entrepreneurs. She is so smart, so savvy, and she has such great style in no matter what she does. And because she's had several businesses over the years, but it's like they're all kind of in the same theme, really. So Lisa, thank you for joining me today.
Well, it's great being here, and that was quite an introduction. Thank you for all of those nice words.
Well, of course, it's easy to say when it comes to you. I just adore you and love you so much. So Lisa, please tell us a little bit about how this Wedding Niche got started. You know, I know you were a salon owner for 20 plus years. So how did you go from owning a salon into running the Wedding Niche and a wedding venue?
Well, I feel that the salon industry, with the beauty and the fashion and the design, it kind of all feeds the same stream, so to speak. I know from the outside, people probably don't think that the salon business could be anything like the wedding business. But during my 35 years in the spa salon business, I did hundreds of weddings, worked with brides and wedding parties, and I'm a makeup artist as well as a stylist. And that gave me an inside look at what it takes for weddings. When I opened up my spa in Leesburg, it was in downtown historic Leesburg. It was gorgeous. It was a building. We did a lot of events there, and we did wedding shows. We did also just events just to bring the public in and educate them. It was an organic spa. So it wasn't a hard leap for me once I started doing events and the design piece of it, because the designing homes, designing people, it's for me, I look at something and I can already see the finished product. Mm-hmm. So for weddings, it honestly just wasn't, it was just an easy transition for me. It was hard. The hard part was helping the community, helping friends, helping people to understand you're doing what? You're in the wedding business now. Mm-hmm. So I started the Wedding Niche. We had moved from Purcellville to California, and I started the Wedding Niche while I was in California. I got introduced to adventure weddings and elopements, and a whole different type of wedding in California, which
Mhm.
really struck me as, okay, this is what I really want to do. This is really amazing. So I picked up some design classes while I was there, and started designing my own things. Took photography classes so that I could really understand the design piece and what it takes from a photography standpoint. And then I just jumped in. So then I worked as an event director here in Hamilton at Zion Springs for a year. And I just got so much experience there on every aspect of weddings. So really, honestly, I've been doing weddings for many, many years. It's just now I've honed it down to what I'm really passionate about, which is micro weddings and elopements and adventure elopements.
Right. I'm going to ask you a few questions about that. But for me, as someone who's known you for so long here, that I saw it as a very natural, evolution, right? Because when you did move away from here, you owned and you had a reputation here of being a salon, spa, stylist, all of those things that you used to do here, had a boutique, um, you're wonderful at retail and merchandising and things like that. So when you went to a new place, I mean, you had all these connections, this reputation, all of these followers here. You, it was an opportunity to kind of reinvent. And so you took something that like a chunk of what you loved about your business and kind of reinvent it. And I love the wedding niche because it really is a niche at what you're doing. And it's so timely right now, Lisa. It's so timely because it's like, it's perfect time. I'm not, it's a, it's kind of a blessing from COVID, if you will, because, you know, people aren't allowed to have large gatherings. And so tell us a little bit about elopement. What does that mean? Adventure wedding. I mean, who here? I wonder if anyone online. We've got Minnie's here. Joe Hunter's here. Good to see you.
Hey, Joe.
um, so tell us a little bit about what you offer, and because one of the things I love about your business is that it's custom tailored. You can do kind of something special and meaningful, right?
Right. Yes. So elopements these days can really mean anything. It can be a courthouse wedding. It can be a mountain wedding, a river wedding. It can be inside somebody's home or backyard. There's really no rules, just like what brides wear. There's no rules anymore. So,
Right.
with an elopement, most of the time when people say they want to do an elopement, I never know what exactly they mean, because they have a vision that they've seen or something that they love. So if it's just an elopement, I'm also an officiant. So
Okay.
they can get married here on the property. We can do it inside of the house. We can do it in the barn. We can do it on the property. So if somebody wants to just come and get married and it's the two of them, that's typically an elopement.
Okay.
An adventure elopement that's where the fun really begins, because the bride wears her gown, she puts on hiking boots with her gown, and we hike up to Appalachian Trail. We go down to the river. We've got the C&O Canal here. There's waterfalls that are a couple of hours away. You can take them skiing. You can take them. It's just, the sky is the limit. You can do mountain biking.
I know you have a zip line not too far from you. I can
Exactly.
imagine that.
Exactly. And we've got kayaking and canoeing. We're walking distance to the river. So really it's whatever their vision is for that adventure. And then the adventure from there depends on, do they want to be just the two of them? Do they want any wedding party or family with that? There's all kinds of considerations like mobility issues,
Mhm.
and who do they want involved in it, if anybody? And then, do they want one night? Do they want it just the day? Do they want a weekend? And that's where the customization comes in, because I'll plan the whole thing and design it for them, because I also work with preferred vendors.
Mhm.
So I've got a lot of people that I absolutely love their work that I can call, and they think this is a blast too.
Oh, I know. And that's one of the things I really love about you. You're always seeking really good partners to partner with, and you're all about quality, in everything that you do and your attention to detail. So if someone wants to come in, as you said, and just have a small part, you can do that. Or you can do soup to nuts, right? You can do the whole thing for them with help
Yes.
them with their flowers and their the catering and all of that. So tell me a little bit about micro wedding. I mean, obviously, micro, we understand what the word means. So, what is a micro wedding?
That is something that's smaller. So right now, of course, just a few days ago, everything has been changed again. So I think Maryland is 10 people or less. I think Virginia is 25 or less. So
Okay.
micro wedding is in that realm. I mean, sometimes people are doing 50 and less and calling it a micro wedding. So it's just a smaller version. And a micro wedding is typically the same type of event where you have the ceremony, a small reception. With COVID, there hasn't been a lot of dancing. A lot
Mhm.
of people have taken that out because of the situation. They might add something else in. People are doing fun things like games. They're doing fire pits. They're doing specialty drinks and specialty dessert bars and individual appetizers and all kinds of really neat things for weddings right now. And I love the creativity
Yeah.
because, a wedding, I know that there's a lot of people out there and I've planned and executed plenty of them that are 150 to 200 and they all do have a similar feel,
Hmm.
whereas this with a smaller group, you can do anything you want.
Right, right. Well, I posted earlier because it dawned on me. But that's what we had. We had a micro wedding. We had just our family, and we had Jerry had his best friend, and I had my best friend, and that was it. And it was so intimate and so meaningful and memorable. And it was a weekend, and it was so special. And people still talk about that wedding because, and there's a lot of beautiful weddings, big weddings. So I just think that for us, it just felt very meaningful and memorable. And I think that's what you're finding in your business. You mentioned to me some of the feedback that people are giving you is that, these weddings that have had to been canceled, right? And so
Right,
they still want to get married. And
right.
so you have this wonderful venue where they can still get married and make it a very special day with just a very few people present.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So, and your home. Tell me about your home.
Well, you helped us buy it, but it's beautiful. It's really my dream, what I've always wanted. I'm in love with historic properties. So we have 5 gorgeous acres. Both of us, we just work like dogs out here. Just the property is always in need of something, but you can't look in any direction without being awed. I mean, the trees,
Right.
river, the everything is just incredible.
Oh my gosh, I know. And maybe afterwards you can post a few pictures on the feed because I think that would be really nice. And of
Yeah.
course, Deb will put all the information there so that people can find you and
Okay.
your Facebook, your website. And you're right next to the C&O Canal too, which is
Exactly.
so cool. Yeah, it's such a
Yeah,
great
we're on
location.
that. We're on the C&O Canal all the time with
Yeah.
the dog, and we can just walk down our hill, and you go left, and you're on the Appalachian Trail. You go right, and you're on the C&O. So
And
we're.
so,
It takes me 5 minutes to get to downtown Harpers Ferry. So we're really right here in the mecca of, the beautiful, gorgeous area out here. And
it's
I'm
so
also
it's so
part of
rural and private. However, you have access to everything, you know,
exactly.
and that's what I love about that location. It's just so beautiful. It really suits you and Thomas, and I'm
Yeah.
so thrilled that you were able to fulfill a dream. It's not very often that you know somebody and had a little piece of that. So it was fun to be on that journey with you, and I love what you're doing, your business. And Lisa, I would love to have you come back because I know this winter you're going to be doing a pop-up boutique. So I would love to invite you maybe to come back towards the end of the year and you can tell us more about that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that would be great. Through the
Okay.
holidays, I'm going to be jumping into. I have a friend who has a boutique in Percival, so retail is
Right.
one of my favorite. I love retail and all of the special products that I used to carry, and I still have relationships with some of those vendors.
Well, that is so good. And I'm a believer in all your products. You know, I am. So, because again, you're all about quality. So this has been great. Is there anything else that you would like someone to know about your business or venue, or any particular thing that you're looking for right now that is important to you?
I would love to have some winter brides.
Yeah,
It's such a gorgeous time of the year. I know it's cold, but some of the winter weddings that I've done have to be some of the most gorgeous.
right,
And there's
right.
just something with the bare trees, the blue sky, the, you know, the white, and it's just gorgeous. So I put packages together with some businesses in Harper's Ferry. So it could be a
Okay.
whole weekend where they do, maybe we do an adventure elopement, and then they go back and have a stay in a gorgeous suite. You've got your restaurants there. So we've put together a package for the whole weekend. So
Mhm.
the micro weddings are a little tough right now with the COVID situation because the numbers keep changing. So
Sure.
I think until we get more stable with those numbers, it's going to be a little bit tough to plan something that's, let's say 50 people.
Right, right. But
Yeah,
it sounds like you can certainly help those very small, intimate gatherings,
absolutely.
which is so key right now, that you have the ability to be able to serve those bride and grooms. So,
Absolutely.
uh, well, I am so thrilled. I just so happy that you could come on this afternoon. And do you have your little new addition there with you?
Oh, I do. She's sleeping. Let me just get her. She sleeps on the desk.
Oh my gosh, isn't that the world's cutest?
Just the cutest little thing. Her name
And
is
what did
Miss
you? Yeah,
Her name is Miss Maisel from the show.
I love it.
We
I
love
love
that
it.
show. And she's like, see how calm she is? This is how she is all the time.
Oh my gosh. And she has the cutest markings and the sweetest little face.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
she is just we're so happy with her. She's a Scottish fold.
Oh, well, she is so cute. I
Yes.
just love her.
Yeah.
So, well, Lisa, thank you so much. I just want to say a couple of things before we sign off. Next week, it's Wednesday, is the day before Thanksgiving. And so I'll be popping into my kitchen. I'm going to show you a healthy breakfast that you can have the day after Thanksgiving. Um, so I'll be doing that. And then on December 2nd, I have a wonderful Heather Nunley, who owns Culture Fuel. She's a business coach, will be joining us. And so it's hard to believe we're almost to the end of the year. And I certainly hope everyone is staying safe. And of course, I always say, thumbs up, lots of love, and keep smiling. And Lisa, thank you again for joining us today.
Thank you so much. It's been wonderful.
You're welcome. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.